So this is the Khoodeelaar television channel, broadcasting on the internet under the banner of BabyAngelGeronimoManifestoEditions. So this Khoodeelaar broadcast is continuing the program that has to be maintained, updated, including, of course, the Baby Angel Geronimo Manifesto details. Now, Sunday's newspapers, that is yesterday's London newspapers, contained at least one comment about the Grenfell Tower. And this one is on focus or in focus because it's written by Dominic Lawson, is the son of the late British former Conservative Chancellor of the Exchequer, Nigel Lawson. Now, Dominic Lawson is one of the people who actually published in 2021 a very typical, supportive comment. One of the papers, either Sunday Times or Sunday Telegraph or the Sunday Express, one of the Fleet Street papers, in which Lawson, Dominic Lawson, brother of Nigella Lawson, I'm not connecting her with this comment, but I'm just saying that he is Nigella Lawson's brother and she is a publicly profiled figure. Now, Dominic Lawson condemned those who were campaigning in support of the Baby Angel Geronimo against the depraved Ephraim. Dominic Lawson obviously has a platform that is bigger than the other columnists, most of the other columnists. And Lawson said things that were absolutely untrue, cruel, untruthful, and lack compassion for both Baby Angel Geronimo and for Helen MacDonald, who was obviously in the news because she was defending the Baby Angel Geronimo. I have said many of the editions in the last few years of this program that entire Fleet Street, including the Guardian so-called, the Guardian Observer, published an apparently sympathetic piece, but actually it wasn't sympathetic. Now, the Times newspaper on the 6th of September 2024 has got an editorial, and I'm talking about the Grenfell Tower report, the Grenfell Tower massacre. They don't say it's massacre, but it is massacre. And the Times editorial is headed Making Inquiries, and it says that the inquiries have become the default thing in British society. Every time something happens, a scandal happens, there is an inquiry. And it says that the only people who get any satisfaction are the lawyers. And the following day, there is a letter in the Times from somebody in Scotland who said that they had a kind of inquiry and it had outcome that was actually of benefit to people who should have been benefiting from an inquiry, from victims or victims, bereaved survivors, whatever. And that letter writer said actually that lawyers are not involved. This is very significant. And I'm going to expand on this. And I don't know whether the Times will publish the letter that I sent because I didn't include the telephone number in that particular one. So they might have an excuse as a justification for not publishing that letter. But that is something for the first time lawyers have been mentioned. What I am suggesting is that lawyers should be dispensed with. Lawyers meaning the licensed law trader. Not by lawyers, I don't mean anyone who has the knowledge of the law or the expertise in law, etc., etc., etc. So, shall be updating on this one in due course and elaborating on all the aspects. Today, Monday, the 9th of September 2024, the London Fleet Street newspapers, especially typified by the Daily Mail, which is on the front page, splash is about Keir Starmer. It said that while they were in opposition, the Labour Party said, according to research by their own internal researchers, that 4,000 people would die of kind of poverty if the benefit, cold season benefit for pensioners was withheld. So the Daily Mail front page splash is saying, so why is Starmer implementing this? The Guardian has got the editorial, so the front page main story also about a number of members of parliament, Labour Party members of parliament, are unlikely to support Starmer in this bid. So Starmer is being targeted for correctly factual reasons, but the propaganda perspective or propaganda angle is, of course, coming from the kind of politically opportunistic, hostile opposition, conservative angle, because the Daily Mail is a conservative newspaper, conservative both small c and big C. The Newham voice or voices that is fronted by Aidan White, who is a former member of the National Union of Journalists and trades as a radical journalist. He has become shamelessly a parasite, promoting Roxana Fias against the item in the Rotten Borough's column in the Private Eye on page 15, issue number 1630, dated the 16th to 29th of August 2024, where it says Tears of Fears, in which the Rotten Borough's column typically reported that more than 20 councillors in Newham Council had complained of Roxana Fias being hostile, arrogant, and difficult to approach, and all the rest of it. Against that, Aidan White has now run the August to September edition of the Newham Voices as a dedicated propaganda piece for a propaganda sheet or propaganda title for Roxana Fias. And that is actually a reply to the Private Eye depiction. And it's a response to the councillors that are critical, correctly critical of Roxana Fias. When I spoke to Aidan White at the beginning of August 2024, on two occasions, White was saying that he was definitely going to report strongly, critically against Roxana Fias. Now he has lied, of course. So this will be updated on and diagnosed in due course. I'm going to end this one at 9 minutes 44 seconds at 07:15 hours British Standard Time and 06:15 hours GMT.